It's summertime. The skies are clear and the weather is hot. What could be better? How about two young guys invited to a party, which is amazing, except the host, Bernie, is dead. So goes the plot for this fun 1980s comedy starring Andrew McCarthy as Larry and Jonathan Silverman as Richard, the two simpletons who unwittingly discover fraud in their company. And the boss invites them to a weekend away to discuss it. And so begins the fun and craziness. Bernie, played by Terry Kaiser, is central to all this madness, as the boss, stroke bad guy, and of course corpse. Kaiser is a well-seasoned actor, for me being well known in his stint as Vic Hitler in the highly respected police drama Hill Street Blues. Prior to his appearances as Bernie, he was a jobbing actor doing the round in Manimal, Magnum P.I., Automan, and the usual TV fodder of the time. He stood out in Hill Street Blues because his character was so upbeat and funny.
Angry wife goes to visit her husband in the joint. I'm fed up, she says. Look at your life. Attempted robbery, attempted burglary, attempted murder. Can't you finish anything?
Which fit with the paths of the series. It was very natural, very funny, and very good. There is a love interest for one of the characters which holds throughout the film. It is done in an intentionally funny way to ensure there is at least some depth to the characters and ongoing events. Of course, it isn't all plain sailing, as Bernie is corrupt and tries to get his mafia friends to bump off the two boys to cover up the fraud. This is where Paulie comes in, the absurd hitman, who is told by the bosses to kill both boys, but Bernie as well. This is the crucial moment in the film, because it kicks off events where Bernie becomes the focal point and the source of humour. We see Bernie bumped off because the bosses see him as a liability, and from then on it is all so absurd, it can only be dark but silly and fun humour. Of course, the two boys from sweaty, sticky hot New York are super impressed with the amazing house and beach, so will do anything to stay, even if it means pretending Bernie is still alive. So cue all sorts of madness where they do anything they can to keep the pretense alive. You can tell the kind of humour it is with the comment,
"What kind of a host invites you to his house for the weekend and dies on you?"
Lots of people turn up at the house for one of Bernie's special parties, and it says much as a social commentary about the 80s that everyone talks to Bernie, but nobody notices he's dead. There's even a Schwarzenegger sound-alike.
Hey dude, you need to pump some iron.
And Bill and Ted Keanu Reeves sound-alike at the party.
Hey, Vern, you're really Liz. Never seen you this relaxed before. Keep it up, huh? I gotta go. Duty calls. Excellent!
Just to add some 80s schlock. This becomes full-on absurd but funny when Arnold tries to give Bernie a massage and helps to loosen up his stiff neck. It does bring up the question we're all asking, and will ask throughout.
Doesn't anyone realize he's dead?
It seems not, but then with so many politicians in life, seeming like mannequins now, we have grown accustomed to not being sure. What helps the film throughout is we don't see Bernie as being a corpse. He has colour and a defined look on his face, quite the opposite of how films often depict the dead. There are multiple times when Bernie flops around, but it is goofy and adds to the humour. Bernie is even having an affair with the mob boss's wife, and she turns up to go into the bedroom and spends time having fun with Bernie, coming out without even realising he's dead. Small things like how they deal with a fly just adds to the silliness of it and makes us laugh. The ongoing saga of Paulie thinking he has killed Bernie, but no matter what, Bernie keeps coming back, really believing he is still alive. It adds to the building humour towards the ending. The humour is as absurd as the old black and white slapstick films of Harold Lloyd and the like, with bodies flying around and people treated as if they were crash test dummies. The conclusion is naturally fast-paced, while maintaining the humour, with Paulie looking to find the boys and yet again finding Bernie, sitting there still smiling at him with his comical look. The ending is pure comedy and really finishes off the whole thing. I won't spoil it here, but you can imagine how it is given the way Bernie has gone before. I laughed so hard when I saw this, and saw this ending that I was in tears. Weekend at Bernie's is a seminal 1980s classic, very much of its time. But it's smarter than it seems, and even spawned a sequel, which I never watched, because I couldn't imagine them catching this genie in a bottle moment again. If you're looking for some absolutely stupid humour, and can treat it as such, then I would definitely recommend Weekend at Bernie's.